All right, we are back live. Apologize. The school internet kind of cut out on us there for a second. So I'm going to get scoreboard up. We have 3:34 left. There was just an offensive foul on Marathon. Three, no. We are in overtime. I apologize for the logos. I apologize for everything. We're just trying to get this game back up. Kaldunsky down low to back out top. Into the backcourt. Picked up, and that'll be out of play. That will stay with Marathon. So we are going to try and get everything fixed here.
And so Marathon turns it over again. 2 possessions in overtime and 2 turnovers.
All right. Again, apologize for the issues there. We are back live. Marathon, get the score updated. It's 54-54. So 2:38, 54-54. We get set here for the final run of this game. 1. Up, no. Rebound, bounces around, taken by Mao. Gets it ahead. That is Vandeboom. Vandeboom. Cross the line, double teamed immediately. Picks up his dribble. Vandeboom. And they're going to get Vandeboom for the travel, and that is a third possession in a row that will end for as a turnover for that. And we're going to get a timeout. Marathon with 2:13 left. We will take it with them. Take it with them here. 2:13 left in overtime. 54-54. All right, getting things reset here. All right, thank you everyone for being patient with us, and welcome back to the people that are watching. Lost school internet here at Marathon for a minute. Lesson learned, first time we've done both a JV and a varsity game here, and I think our authorization ends after a certain point. So Marathon, Medford will inbound, 2:13 left. Tied at 54 here in the first overtime. Hopefully only overtime. Marathon fans want a travel call. They're not going to get it. They have not been calling most of those petty travels. Underneath, reverse layup, good. That is Peyton Kuhn with first points of overtime, and Medford has the lead. 1:49 left. Marathon ahead, down low Mao. Mao, dribbling, reverses, gets it up top, Nathan Honky, out to Kaldunsky. Kaldunsky gets it over to Honky, down low Mao gets it back out, that is Han. Vandeboom up, no. He will go to the line for 2. Vandeboom will go to the line for 2 with a chance to tie this. That foul will go against number 11, Ty Baker, his third, 9th. Oh, check that. That was Baumgartner. Vandeboom's first free throw is good. 55-56. So Medford, second free throw, good. And we are tied again. 1:24 left. Back across, back over, all the way around. This is Sullivan. Sullivan, cross-court Bumgarner. Bumgarner thought about 3, pulled it back down. Back around Sullivan. Sullivan. Back up top Baker. Baker dribbles, gets it back to Sullivan. Sullivan. All the way over, that's Kuhn. Kuhn dribbles it back towards the top, gets it back to Bumgarner, who will reset the offense. Sullivan. Sullivan back up top. Definitely looks like they're playing for a final shot here. All the way across Baker. Baker down low, shot up. No, rebound. Thrown around, picked up by Sullivan. Sullivan up, yes! Sullivan for 2. And 58-56, 38 seconds left. Marathon gets set. Vandeboom setting the offense, looking for a final shot here. Vandeboom down the lane, layup up, yes! Vandeboom with 4 here in the overtime. And 18 seconds left. Medford looking to come home with the upset. Sullivan will set with 9, 8, 7. Sullivan working, passes it. 3 for the win! No! Rebound, Bumgarner up! No! And we go to a second overtime period. All the turnovers and everything else, we will go to a second overtime here at Marathon, 58-58. So we'll get a quick reset here on the statistics here as we get ready for the second overtime. Justin Sullivan, 18 so far, including 2 in that overtime. Peyton Onye Ekwama with 2. Peyton Kuhn, 3. 12. Ty Baker with 4. Logan Bumgarner, 15, 11 in the second half. Doug Way has 5. John McMurray has 2. For Marathon, Jaden Keller, who has fouled out, has 8. Clark Mao with 14. Matt Vandeboom, 16, including all 4 points for Marathon in that half. Mike Hahn has 3, all in the second half. Honky with 6. Brock Warren, 8. Each team, if I understand the rules correctly, gains a timeout. So that leaves Medford with 3. Medford with 2, Marathon with 2. So we will be shooting double bonus the rest of the way as both team with 9. Jump. Medford gains possession. Medford into the front court. 3, no! Rebound off of Baker, gets rebounded by Marathon. Mao bringing it across the timeline. 3:48 left. This is Vandeboom. Vandeboom. Go over to Honky. Honky goes back to Mao. Mao down the lane, layup. No! Rebound. Hahn, he's fouled, and that will send Hahn to the line for 2. So Mike Hahn will go to the line for 2. That goes against Bumgarner, his 3rd. That is the 10th on Medford. First free throw, misses everything. Mike Hahn misses everything on the free throw. 33, Brady Huff comes in. Baker will sit. They try and get a little extra height here, it looks like, with Doug Way on the bench right now. Second free throw. Up. Good. Hahn gives Marathon the 1-point lead. 59-58, 3:32 left. Gets it over. Back to Bumgarner, over to Huft. Huft back to Bumgarner. Bumgarner over to Sullivan. Sullivan back to Bumgarner. Bumgarner over to Ekwama. Ekwama back to down low. That is Sullivan. Sullivan up. No. Rebound fought for. And they're going to get a travel, and that will stay here. They will get number 22 on the rebound. That was Mike Hahn. As he fell backwards, they will get him for the travel. Coach Jacobson very upset on that one, but inbounds play here. Marathon gets it all the way up. That comes to Bumgarner. Bumgarner gets over to Huff, back to Bumgarner. Bumgarner, over here Sullivan. Sullivan, back to Bumgarner. Bumgarner, over to Ekwama. Ekwama, all the way around, that's Bumgarner. Bumgarner, back to Ekwama. Ekwama, over to Sullivan. Sullivan, back to Ekwama. Very tough defense here from Marathon. Back to Bumgarner. Bumgarner, back to Ekwama. Marathon down 1. Down low, that is Huff. Huff, back up top, Ekwama. Bumgarner, 3, yes! Yes! Logan Bumgarner with the 3, and it is a 2-point lead, Medford. Quickly up the floor, 2:30 left. We're halfway through the second overtime period. Into the corner, this is Clark Mao. Mao, looking, clears it out, dribbling. Almost, might have double dribbled there. 3-pointer, no! Rebound comes down to Bumgarner. 2:10 left. Medford can slow it down here. Down low, that's Huff. Bumgarner thought about the 3. Drives, gets it taken away. Back the other way. Layup, no! Rebound Sullivan. Sullivan gets it back to Ekwama, back to Sullivan. Oof, that was a lucky roll there for Medford. Medford will slow it down. 1:40 left. This is Sullivan. Sullivan back to Ekwama. Ekwama over here to Kuhn. Kuhn. Pressure, gets the push off, and now they're going to get 5. They will get Cole Kaldunsky, his 3rd, 10th now on Marathon. Both teams now guaranteed in the double bonus. That will send Peyton Kuhn to the line for 2. Kuhn had 2 points. Kuhn had 2 points there in the first overtime. Has a chance to get out to a 4-point lead with a minute and a half left. First free throw, good. First free throw, good. 3-point lead. 3-point lead for Medford. Medford trailed almost all of this game. And yet here they are, second free throw. It is a 2-possession game. 2-possession game here for Medford. Gets the ball into Honky. Backcourt pressure. Gets it across. Down Vandeboom. Vandeboom up, blocked! Taken away. And we're going to get a foul. 1:20 left, and the Marathon fans come to their feet as they get the block. Brady Humph, 2 huge blocks. No points in this game, but we might have to give him player of the game on that block alone, as he now has an opportunity to get this game out. And so it's 2 free throws, so they have to wait for the substitution as that foul goes against Matt Vandeboom, his 3rd. First free throw, no good. So Honky will sit. They'll bring back in Brock Warren. Did not bring enough water for double overtime. So second free throw. This is up, no good. Rebound comes down to Marathon. Still a 4-point game. 1:16 left. Marathon to the front court. Mao. Clark Mao. Mao dribbling. Hands it off to Warren. Back to Mao. They need to move here because Marathon's going to need to get a basket, foul, and get another one. Down low. Turns. Shot. Foul and count it. Brock Warren will go to the line for 2. Line for 1 and the basket.
Number 2, Justin Sullivan.
Sullivan will commit the foul, and that is his 5th. That is huge. That is huge. So McMurray will check back in for Sullivan, who has fouled out. Sullivan with 18 in the game. So Brock Warren can cut this to a 1-point lead with the free throw. Shot up, bounces around and in. So 1-point lead. They'll get the ball in. 56 seconds left. Not fouling here yet is Marathon. Medford gets it to Bumgarner. Bumgarner picks up his dribble, guarded by Mao. Gets it to McMurray. McMurray back to Kuhn. Kuhn dribbles, takes a few dribbles, gets it over to Ekwama. Medford slowly moving back towards the timeline, tries to get the steal, doesn't. down the lane, and they're going to get a carry. They are going to get a carry. There's going to be a discussion here. The call is going to stand. A Marathon timeout, 32.4 left. Peyton Kuhn cannot believe that call was made. Coach Brown is chatting with the official. And we will stay here as it is a 30-second timeout. Marathon. Possession arrow also does point to Marathon. Thank you for coming back with us here in the second half. Sorry for the problems there at the end of regulation. Our internet cut out here for a second. Scoreboard's going to disappear for just a moment as I fix one last thing that isn't quite right yet. 32.4 left. Medford by 1. They have led most of this game, most of this overtime period. But huge call there as trying to get everything to load here. It will not in time. So we get set here. So we are back as the scoreboard reloads here. 32.4 seconds left. Marathon will have possession, down 1. 25 seconds as it slowly loads. On shot, no foul! Foul will be called on McMurray, his second. He can't believe it. So that will send Mike Hahn to the line for 2 more. 21.5 left. Hahn's first free throw is up. Front rim, no good. So worst case scenario for Medford here, assuming they get the rebound, is that they will have a tie game with 21.5 left to try and hit the shot to win it. Hahn's second free throw is up. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Medford. Need to foul here if you're Marathon. Clark Mao will draw the foul. Mao will commit the foul. That I believe will be his second. That will send Logan Bumgardner to the line for 2. That will be Mao, only his second, so smart move there. Doug Way will check back in after the first free throw. Huge free throws here for Logan Bumgardner. He could get this to be worst case scenario overtime. First free throw, good. 2-point lead, Medford, 64-62. Get this one, and you pretty much guarantee, barring a foul, a free throw, a third overtime period. As we get set, second free throw from Bumgardner, up, rolls around and in. 3-point lead, 65-62. 16 seconds left. Ahead, that is Vandeboom. Vandeboom, hands off. That is back to Mao for 3. No! Rebound! Marathon, and we're going to get a foul. And that will send Huff to the line with 3.7 seconds left. Hahn will commit the foul. That is the 5th on Hahn. Honky will check back in. So Hahn will come out. Hahn will come out. One big free throw here in the second overtime. 4 points on the game. And Kuhn will sit here as Doug Way comes back in. 2 free throws, 3.7 seconds left. First free throw, good. 33 Brock Warren hits his first. Timeout, Marathon, 3.7 seconds left. 66-62, one more free throw for Brock Warren upcoming. We will keep it here. Remember to tune in Friday for sure for Auburndale Marathon basketball. Also remember that Thursday night, we've got Marawood Conference Wrestling from Wisconsin Rapids. It's the big one, Rapids Marshfield. Though between those two, they have won the majority of the recent Wisconsin Valley Conference titles in wrestling. Last year they split it. Rapids won the regular season title, Marshfield the postseason tournament title. Marshfield obviously team qualified for state, and a couple wrestlers went down as well. Rapids, one of the most storied programs in wrestling. 3.7 seconds left. .7 seconds left. One more free throw coming here for Brock Warren. We'll see. We will talk to Coach, assuming Coach Brown, barring a miraculous thing. Back rim, no good. Rebound. Quickly ahead. Kaldunsky for three. No! Medford. Medford will come away with the win. Coming from behind to upset the number 8 Medford Raiders. We will talk to Coach Brown and a player of the game here momentarily, and then we will take you through all the stats. We will check out here quick, and I will meet you down on the floor. All right, here post game. Coach, bit of a thriller there, obviously double overtime. Tell me about what it meant for your team to come from behind from, I believe it was a 15-point lead Marathon had there in the second half, and to come from behind and win in double overtime like that.
Well, I think, it's something we try to preach all the time, is being relentless, never giving up. And I just thought you saw a lot of good leadership from our seniors. They didn't lose their composure. They continued to work hard. We weren't making our shots early on, but we continued kind of the course, started to get some stops defensively, and we just slowly worked our way back in the basketball game, one stop at a time.
So obviously we're going to talk to Logan Baumgartner. Logan had a bunch of threes there in that second half to kind of pull you back into that game. Kind of tell us about what kind of player he is and what you expect from him this year.
To be honest, we're still trying to figure out. He's 14 years old and he's a freshman, but we trust him to look for his shot. We know he can score. He's still learning to play defense if you want him to play, but he really came up big for us tonight with shooting the ball confidently, making both his free throws and some of those three-point shots for us.
All right, and then the kind of looking at this game in general, coming to Marathon, playing a really good Division IV team as a Division II team. How does a game like this help you guys as you get set to really dive into that Great Northern Conference schedule?
Well, I think it's great for us. Most of our games are against bigger schools, so this is a program that has tradition. I've known Coach Jacobson. I played him in high school in the Clover Belt. He's a great coach. His coaching staff does a great job. And even though they lost a lot of seniors, we knew that this is one of those things that you could see their leadership just kind of pick up over the summer, and you could see their team grow and get better. So you come in a tough gym like this, it's always a chance to improve, and we just try to take it one game at a time and improve. And we were fortunate to come out of here against a really good, hard-playing Marathon team.
All right, thank you, and we'll bring Logan in here. Logan, player of the game. big second half for you. What were you seeing in that second half, especially from the three-point line?
I just they okay, hold on. They just kept leaving me open, and I just knew I could make the shot, and the teammates trusted me, and I just let it fly.
All right. Looking at your team, you're down, I believe, and I'll look back to make sure, about down 15 there in the second half. Did you guys ever lose faith that you guys couldn't make the comeback that you did?
No, we just kept believing. You know, we were just relentless, and we just kept going, and we found it eventually, and yeah.
Obviously, overtime, you guys get the lead in the first overtime, ends up tied, go to the second, and you start seeing that lead build. At any point, were you nervous there, especially in that second overtime?
Nope, I just kept trusting my shot, and just kept playing good D, and then we found a way and came out on top.
All right, thank you, Logan. We'll see you down the road. All right, double overtime here in Marathon. We'll be back here in just a minute as we're going to go through the stats and tell you how Logan did and how the Marathon Red Raiders came from behind. The Medford Raiders came from behind to beat Marathon here in Marathon tonight. So give me just a minute to get back up to my scorebook, and we will go through that. All right, back up here high above the gym at Marathon High School. Going through those statistics here. Starting for Marathon led by Matt Vandeboom with 16. Clark Mao added 14, all in regulation. You had Brock Warren with 12, including 4 in that second overtime. Nathan Honke with 6. Jaden Keller with 8. He fouled out there at the end of regulation. You had Mike Hahn with 4 and Zach Bauman with 3. Now for the Red Raiders. Onye Akawama had 2 on the game. Justin Sullivan, who did end up fouling out there in overtime with 20. Peyton Kuhn, he had 14, including 2 big free throws there in overtime. Logan Bumgardner, we talked about him. He had the 3 threes there in the second half, along with 2 clutch free throws there in the overtime. He would end the game with 17. Doug Way had 5. John McMurray with 2. Ty Baker with 4. And that's how it will end. The Medford Raiders take down the number 8 team in Division 4 in the Marathon Red Raiders, 65-62. We are back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock from Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln High School for Rapids and Marshfield Wrestling. And then we will see these same Red Raiders from Marathon on Friday night in Auburndale as they get through this hectic, busy part of their schedule. So until Thursday,